prosecutors, I want you to assume that the prosecutor's theory in this case is that my client shot Mr. Moore in the head at the top of his driveway, and then Mr. Moore drove down my client's driveway, backed his car up, and then drove off out of view of the video. Do you understand that statement, the facts I want you to assume? Mm-hmm. That would be completely impossible, correct? Given the nature of this wound.
It is possible if the decedent lost consciousness and pressed on the gas pedal.
And then he would also be able to steer this car down the driveway?
No.
Okay. This injury's, and when you said seconds, I mean, if anything, that would be an exaggeration. His death was instantaneous, correct? Within 1 or 2 seconds, correct?
No, not 1 to 2 seconds.
How many?
20 seconds to a minute.
20 seconds to a minute?
Mm-hmm. Yep, multiple seconds to a minute, yep.
Multiple seconds? Mm-hmm. Well, 20 seconds to a minute's a minute now.
Yep.
Okay, this would be similar to a severed aorta, would it not?
No.
Not?
No.
So you're saying that Mr. Moore could have navigated his car down the driveway?
No, I didn't say that.
He couldn't have? Do you remember testifying at the preliminary examination?
Yes, I remember.
Okay, and you remember saying it would have been possible for him to drive a car after suffering this injury?
Yes.
Okay, and that's because it would be impossible to drive a car, correct?
Yes.
And after being shot in the head, you wouldn't assume that Mr. Moore would drive down the driveway and then put it in drive and drive away. That wouldn't happen, would it, in your opinion?
No.
Okay, so it's pretty ridiculous to think that Mr. Moore was shot in my client's driveway and then drove away, correct? Do you think that's what happened?
Not sure what happened. I can't comment on that.
Do you think after suffering this injury he drove a car anywhere?
No.
Okay, thank you.
I just have one follow-up question, if I may.
You may.
Dr. Reyes, Mr. O'Brien asked you a question about, do you help prosecutors?
No.
You consult with prosecutors, correct, at times?
Yes.
Do you consult with prosecutors prior to having already established what the manner and cause of death are in any particular case?
No.
So by the time you're consulting with any prosecutors, it's after you have completed your autopsy report. Fair to say?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't have anything else.
Real quick. So you're a completely unbiased witness, correct?
Yes.
How many times have you testified in your career?
5 to 10 times.
5 to 10 times?
Yes.
You've only testified 5 or 10 times?
Yes.
How many times have you been called by a defendant?
Can you please repeat the question?
How many times have you been called as a witness by a defendant?
None.
None?
None.